Hey guys, Vision here with just a quick recap and update about the Punishers. As you can see from this overlay, we have wrecked our way to clan level 10. So what we're going to do is pop into the war that made that happen. So this was Punishers versus the Masters. So we took this war out. I'm very sorry, I need to cough, but we'll carry on. 80 points, 80 stars to 77 stars, with 92.83 destruction, total destruction. So it was a tough war, but we did come away with the win. And obviously we had a little bit of help from Big Daddy over here, Mr. Powerbang himself, in the clan for a couple of wars just to come over, say hi, and yeah, and just hang out with the crew. And it's pretty cool having him here. So really happy about that. What I wanted to do with this video was just show a couple of people that are new to clan, or that I don't really show a lot of hits from uh, normally, just for something a bit different. So what we're going to look at first is Grammy Land. So Grammy is new in the clan. Just recently, sorry, I have to look down here. On number 21, but it is in the war events. So, as you see, it was an incredible start to the war. The very first hour had 21 hits go in, and so it was massive. Massive first hour, just opened so strong. Obviously, we can see there that I didn't have the best opening to the war, but that's alright. We recovered. Alright, sorry for the slight pause here. I'm just trying to find the attack I want, which is this one right here. Alright, so here it is. Grammy coming in on number 21. Camilofio. Camilofio. I'm not really sure how to say that. In this composition, I'm really sorry, I do have an incredibly sore throat. It has been a rough week getting over a bit of a cough, so what are you going to do? So we've got 13 Valks, and he also has Valks in the CC with 11 Hogs and 37 Archers. So just a little different with what he's choosing to go with here. As far as troops, he's going to overload the archers here. 3 heals that are going to be dedicated to those hogs and Valks as they come through. And 2 poisons for the CC kill. So let's pop and see what he does here. This is a favorite sort of composition. It's one he's pretty comfortable using and has had some good success with as well. Especially using those max Valks in the CC. So he's pulled the CC, he's going to use archers to draw it to this 3 o'clock corner. You're going to see 2 poisons come down in succession. And as opposed to using perhaps a couple of wizards and other bits, he's actually going to overload that CC with archers just to keep it confused. So advantages and disadvantages to this. It is cheap, especially if something goes catastrophically wrong in your drops. But the other issue is if you get a big bomb, you're kind of wrecked. But here you can see not a lot of splash damage in the immediate vicinity for that first overloading, which gives him a good value on those archers just for that initial push. So all the Valks target exactly where he wants, so he drops all of them. Look at that, big bomb. All those Valks moving through and just pushing to the core now. So just ripping it to shreds with those low level walls. And the Valks are just moving through. Heal for this first for the Valks. And you're going to see hogs come in very shortly, targeting the defenses on the side. So as those Valks start to move through, King also comes down just to help with that cleanup. And there's going to be heals drop just as these troops start to converge, moving along those defenses. So we should see another heal drop just shortly. Hogs taking up some heat at the moment. So there's one heal which the Valks are going to benefit from as well. Still as a heal, king with ability. Everything is pretty well done here. One hog is distracting, but he's going to put that heal down anyway. Everything would have stayed up without it, but hey, I'm more than happy for people to play it safe rather than chance it just for the sake of swag sometimes. So as you can see, everything's still up. We're going to fast forward this on those last few percent 4 times. So yeah, really solid hit. Something a little different to what we're used to seeing. So yeah, really cool having Graham in the clan with us at the moment. So yeah, big shout out to him for that hit in the war, coming away with the triple there. The next hit I wanted to go to was one of Ken's hits. I've talked about Ken before. Incredible hitter. So what we're going to do is show this replay on number 10. So Ken is a near max Town Hall 10, and he is taking on, I was going to say fresh, but basically it's a rush 10. Semi-engineered. Really odd. It may or may not be 2 a.m. right now, but I can do this. So composition, obviously he's got a lot of max Valks there. Max Queen and a near max King. So you're going to see the Queen Walk component of this attack. And then also he's got loons there. The reason he's got the balloons is because, as you can see, just a low level air defense down here. The Expo's on this side, and just a lone air defense on this side. So once things start to get cleared, having those loons come in and path in is going to be pretty productive and high value. Also in the core, you can see there's a lot of high hit point buildings. But what you're going to also see is when the Valks come into here, they can take out a defense and then they will shift to a point which is going to give them the most value for their hits, which means targeting other defenses. So with it being so tightly packed, you can get rid of those defenses very quickly with these high level Valkyries. So let's see what we have. First things first, Archer, only thing needed to draw the CC is an Archer. Which is fantastic. Queen comes down with 4 healers behind, and a Rage will come down as well to help keep her up during this time. Opted to not have a second poison. Pretty confident that the Queen could do the work on the balloon CC. We knew what the CC was from a previous attack, so really good thought there just to have that extra haste spell instead. So Loon Giant coming in just to sort of get some extra value here. And the Loon's going to help take out this Expo. And Queen starts that walk. Giant has been funneling along that side quite nicely with some wizard assistance. And Loons are just trickling in as needed. So at this point, it's just developing a wide funnel, which you can pretty well expect what is going to be coming. With that jump spell in the spell composition, you're going to see a jump straight to the core. So just waiting for the Queen to take out all these extra buildings here just to ensure that that funnel is going to work and nothing's going to get distracted. So as she rounds this corner, you're going to see a jump spell get dropped. And now the Valks will all come in. Loses a few healers. King coming into tank for the Valks initially. And the Bowler's in the CC. So Freeze goes down, a Rage is in the core, just to wreck through that as fast as possible. Another Rage on the other side, while the balloons also benefit from it. And at this point, everything is done. All the cleanup is getting dropped, and everything is just sweeping through the base. I mean, look at this. I can't even count the amount of troops that were left there at that time. Just insane efficiency. And just a solid plan. Knew that the Queen Walk was going to clear that entire side of the base, and that he'd get maximum value from that giant and balloon and wizards on this other side of the base. So huge hit, 10v10, albeit a rush 10 slash semi-engineered 10, but a really fantastic hit nonetheless. Just identifying the weakness of that base and choosing the army that's going to suit it. What I wanted to do next, I'm going to have to go into the events for this, is we had an 8v9 hit come in, and it didn't manage the triple, which was a little unfortunate. That's the follow-up hit. So here it is, 84%. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this pretty quickly, but what I want to focus on is the entry in this attack. So Trap Blake, you'll know him. He's in IWF, War 101 and IT. So in the IWF family. And coming in here, it just hits like a freight train. Insane. So minions come down to start the funnel. Just get that going 2 times. As that comes through, you're going to see golems come down to tank, and he's going to wall break in. He's going to aim for a double layer wall break, utilizing the rage spell. So test wall breaker, 2 to follow. And here come the troops. The CC is going to get drawn as well. So wizards are in with the rage to help take out that CC. And the wall breakers have managed to break through another layer of walls here. Do apologize for the coughing. So still 2 heal spells, and hogs have been deployed on this 3 to 6 side. Looking at that deployment, it was a mass deployment in one go just to filter them through and keep them all together for the heals, not spread them too thin while the tanking was only in one location. So we're going to go back to 1 times. Advantages and disadvantages to this are when big damage does come, it does wreck all your hogs in one go. So extra splash damage there. The timing on that mortar drop with the giant bomb did not help him at all. So heal comes down on this quadrant. The tanking is also going to benefit from this. While we saw the last couple of hogs dropped in at 3 o'clock to work on that archer tower. Hogs are now systematically working their way through the base. Tanking is still up, but the hogs are going to outrun it at this point. So heal's going to come down over this wizard tower just to keep them up while all of the things are targeting them. Unfortunately, just with the positioning of that heal, as they run across here, you can see they hit a giant bomb and jump straight out of the heal. So unfortunately, that's going to cost him and straight into another giant bomb. Boy, a lot of coughing going on. So we're going to fast forward just the final parts of this. So still, 8v9 with an expo in there. Incredible hit. Really, really good hit. But the main thing was that entry and the value on the entry with the double layer wall break definitely showed us what was in the base and what could be done. So what we're going to show now as we go to that map is Diesel's hit, just following that up. So Diesel is my mini account and just went to Town Hall 9. So all I had the benefit of, I had a level 4 queen who I pushed as quick as I could to get her up, but unfortunately couldn't get her to 5 in time for this war. And the 1 extra spell, but that's going to make all the difference as you're going to see in this hit. So very similar army composition, slightly different. I wanted to accelerate the funneling in the initial part of the raid. So you're going to see an archer come down with the first minion, other minion comes down same spot, and a wizard will come down just to assist as this starts to get outrun by the bottom side of the funnel. So 2 times the entry, similar entry here. King has been pulled by the same golem, where everything is going according to plan. Wizards are dropping in at the moment, and we're going to keep a few held back. So they take out the king, and there's the wall break, and you're going to see the exact same entry through here, but you're going to see the first heal come down a lot earlier to keep everything up in here, and having that queen come into the rage as well will assist with killing that CC and minimizing the damage. So we're going to come to here, and with that rage down, obviously the wall breakers decide to target the random wall, so we drop a couple more just to help target through, Heel is down, keeping those bowlers up, get maximum value from them. Queen is trailing behind all the tanking, and what I decided to do here was trickle in the hogs in a couple of different locations, just along that line. And the purpose of doing that was just so that I could sort of spread the damage if they hit any of those bombs. So tanking at this point, obviously with the benefit of that heel, has survived a lot longer. Queen's taking out the Tesla, which is trying to hassle my bowlers. And at this point, the tanking having moved up so well, heel placement. I knew where the giant bombs were. So the adjustments were to place the heel early enough that they were going to get the benefit straight out of the wizard tower and moving into that next section, and keep them up after the bombs go off. So as you can see with that heel placement, the bowlers also get the benefit of it, and cleanup is basically already started. So the other hogs start to come around, and the adjustment on that last heel spell was to have it cover the giant bomb location here, so that when they jumped out of the compartment, they would still be healing up from it. So last of the hogs come in, all to converge in that heal spell, move along, and obviously they all get healed up on the way out. And the really fortunate split meant that only a couple of the hogs actually hit the second giant bomb. So at this point, bowlers are in, the leftover wizards are coming in to do cleanup, and we will fast forward this. And we'll 4x it now. So really epic, epic, epic value on that scout from Blake. Just an incredible hit for a Town Hall 8 to come through and have that sort of percentage, basically 85% 2-star on a Town Hall 9, Expos in play. Just really good hit. So basically I was able to copy that army composition and make the most minimal adjustments by being able to add that spell and that queen. So yeah, huge value coming through that way, and just so impressed with the Town Hall 8 hit prior. Amazing value. So don't ever think that Town Hall 8s can't hit. They can definitely do some amazing value, and they can provide really good scouts for a similar style attack for someone just that next Town Hall level up. So do keep that in mind when you come back into wars, especially if you have a little 8, you can be very valuable. So there it is, 80 to 77, and that got us the clan level 10. So feels good. We are currently in war now, and there's hits going in. We're against some heavy, heavy, heavy engineers. So heavy, in fact, that now they're loot hitting. So we are in a tough spot, but we have some good hits to go in. I'm not going to show that hit. Obviously, my main account also has been tripled by their number 14, who's a Town Hall 11 with maxed heroes. So what are you going to do? It is what it is. But hopefully we can still somehow come away from this with a win or a very, very respectable result. But I am expecting an exciting end to this war. So hopefully I will be able to provide some coverage of that, and it will be a very exciting finish. But until next time, keep clashing and keep having fun.